Chris, it's so strange.
Doing this here.
We recorded one episode here, and it was our worst one.
That's not true.
We are jinxing it.
I don't believe that to be true. I believe it's one of our worst ones.
Yeah?
But I don't think it's the worst one.
What's the worst one we've ever done?
I think we're recording it. I don't know if you can see that. I got sunburned yesterday. So I did background work yesterday.
Oh, nice.
And I got sunburned in the face. But here's what I hate about my hair. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you can see it. But there's a patch.
Yeah.
There's a patch that's perfectly fine where my hair creates its own awning for my face.
Yep.
But only this one patch here, which does nothing for me.
See, I get that with my beard. Like, sometimes I'll go to the beach with a full beard, and that'll be enough for me to be like, you know what, it's too hot for a beard, and I'll shave.
And you'll shave it, and then you're dark on the top, light on the bottom.
Pure porcelain.
Pure Porcelain is going to be your new nickname now.
It sounds like a good band name.
It does sound like a good band name. What kind of band would a Pure Porcelain be?
Nazi rock?
You ready to go?
No, let's go.
All right. Oh, yeah, everybody. Welcome to the Media Lunch Break, bringing you all of your comic, geek, and movie news on the time it takes to eat a good sandwich and then have a piece of banana bread. My name is Chris Treble. Alongside me, as always, is my co-host, Andrew Dunn. Say hello, Andrew.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, we're back. We've been gone for a little while.
Yeah.
But, you know, life and shit.
Well, it's funny, too, because this one, probably from the last one, will not have been that long, but I still haven't put up the stuff from Pennsylvania yet.
Yeah, I know. And, I noticed.
Oh.
No, whatever. It's fine. But, yeah, so let's see. We'll see if we remember how to do this. We'll ease into it.
Why do you say that so sexually?
Why do I say anything so sexually?
Good point.
Yeah. I got a bunch of news. Do you have a lot of news? Do you have any news?
I've got, like, a couple things.
You've got a couple things, and I've got a couple of things.
And the things that I have are probably not things that you will have, so that'll be good.
All right, that's good. Yeah, I got a bunch of news. Because we've been away, I've got some old news. I've got some newer news. There's some, I think most of my stuff is a little older, but it's bigger stuff, so I do want to talk about it. The first thing I got, I'm not even going to give you a choice today. I'm going to put this right up front, right out the gate, right off the bat.
Okay.
Right off of any other weird metaphors I can think of.
Yep. I'm going to put the dick right on the table.
There it is. Lord and Miller no longer directing Han Solo.
Right.
It's big for a couple of reasons. One, I think everybody was really looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I think this was a project that was questionable.
Well, that's
before they were attached.
That's the one that they did. So it's the reason they quit doing Flash, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it is. The other big reason it's news is that they were 3 weeks into shooting, which this never happens.
Wow.
I mean, it happens. We've heard of directors being replaced, but that usually happens during either pre-production or post-production, but not during shooting. I mean, that's when a bulk of your money is being spent, which means if you fire somebody in the middle of that, you either have to use whatever they've given you, which if you fire them probably means you don't like what they're giving you, and or you have to reshoot it all. That was enough to make it a big story. What makes it an even bigger story is who they got to replace them. And that's Ron Howard.
That's right, yeah.
So they replaced Lord and Miller with they didn't get some, no name who they can easily plug in and make do, like a studio director who they can make kind of do whatever they want.
Sure.
They got an Academy Award winning? I think he's winning.
I'm sure he won.
I know he's nominated.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say winning. Academy Award winning director to replace to the biggest directors in the industry right now.
Well, the rumor has it, though, too, is that there's not much left to do.
Yeah, which is... So I guess
I wonder
what he's going to have to do
they called in a favor.
I feel like they did. I know he has some history with Kathleen Kennedy. I know that he's worked for Lucasfilms with... What did he direct? Willow? No. Legend? One of those two. Willow. Legend.
The Legend of Willow.
I think it's Willow. I think he directed Willow.
Or Legend.
Or Legend.
Yep.
One of the two. There was a unicorn in one of them.
Yep, Legend.
Ron Howard directed the other one.
Oh, then Willow.
I think Willow. I'm pretty sure he directed Willow. Or Legend. This is going to be the whole episode is me just going Willow or Legend. But so they have a relationship at least. And I got to say Ron Howard, if you told me Ron Howard was directing a Star Wars movie, I'd actually be like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
He almost directed Jedi.
Oh, really?
I think he was in the running for Jedi back in the... No, I'm sorry. I'm a liar. Not Jedi. He was in the running for
he would have been pretty young.
Yeah, I'm a liar. He was in the running for one of the prequels.
That's right. He turned it down. I forgot.
They all turned it down because Spielberg was going to do one.
Right.
I think Lucas was supposed to do Phantom Menace, and the Spielberg was going to do one, and then Ron Howard was going to do one, and Spielberg and Ron Howard went, George, why don't you just do them all? You're the one who knows this stuff the best. You're the one who's really passionate about it. Just do it.
Yeah.
And he turned it down. But this seems like a franchise. If he was going to jump on something, this seems like the best franchise to do.
Definitely.
It's just odd that they would take Lord and Miller out this far into it. I mean, do you think this is going to make it better? Do you think it's going to make it worse? What were your thoughts on it?
It makes me feel bad for Lord and Miller. Like, can you imagine quitting your job and then going to work somewhere and then being fired within like the first 3 or 4 weeks?
Oh, I see what you just did there. Yeah, because that happened to me. Yeah, I can actually. I can imagine that. I can imagine quitting my job and then going to work for a place for a month that I thought would be great, and a month in, they just fire me. But then I walk away going, actually, that wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, see?
So, yeah.
So maybe Lord and Miller will go back to The Flash.
Yeah. That's a legitimate possibility.
Did they replace someone yet?
They haven't, and if you're Warner Brothers, you should just back up some money and go,
just bounce on
please come
them.
back.
They'll probably do it for less money now.
I'll forgive you. Please come back.
Yeah.
They'd be crazy not to.
Yeah.
I'm sure they won't because I feel like they'd want to save face. Don't save face.
No.
Just do it. Just do what feels right, Warner Brothers. Just do it, baby.
Make like Shia LaBeouf and just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it!
It's one of those things where they said it's creative differences, and I 100% believe that in this case. I don't think it's some bullshit thing to cover up whatever. In some ways, I gotta go, like, this is kind of Lucasfilm's fault. I gotta place blame there because you hired 2 guys to do a thing, and I'm gonna bet, without seeing any of the footage, I'm gonna bet they did exactly what they do, and then Lucasfilm saw it and went, oh, we don't want that, and they're like, well, that's what we do. That's why you hired us. They do Last Man on Earth. They do 21 Jump Street. They do the Lego Movie.
Well, yes, there have been rumors that have come out of this as well that they were having the actors do a little more comedic improv.
Yes. And
that Kathleen Kennedy saw some of the reels and tried to sort of put them together, and what they had was like a really good sketch show, but nothing to really tie it together.
Yeah, and that doesn't... And I get why they would want to get rid of them for that. Mm-hmm. And some people are going, well, you should do something different in Star Wars. It can be different things. And that's true. But it has to fit in a certain tone.
Well, and most importantly, you'd think by 8 movies or however many we've gotten now, you would think that that's enough where you can start doing that. But the Han Solo movie, you gotta stick to something.
Yeah, exactly. This is an established character,
and this is one that if they fuck up the Han Solo movie, they are fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, if this was a different movie and they were making this up from scratch, if this is a story that is an offshoot of the trilogy, but it's not based on
existing characters,
like
Rogue One, actually.
Exactly, I was just going to say that. Yeah. If it was more of a Rogue One thing where it's someone who's tangentially involved, but we've never met or will never meet them again, then go nuts. But this guy has an established voice. There's an established tone for what this world is.
Yeah.
You can't just really make it up.
Yeah.
And so I understand where Lucasfilm is coming from. That being said, you hired guys, you knew what you were getting.
Yeah.
And while I'm not saying that Lord and Miller can't stretch themselves or, they are directors, and at the end of the day, comedy or drama, how you do things technically, it's consistent throughout, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
but you hired these guys because this is what they do.
Right. Well, and most importantly to me, it sounds like Lord and Miller were sort of taken by surprise. When what should have happened is Kathleen Kennedy should have said, "Hey, you've done all this. It's not what we want. Here's what we want." In fact, they should have had lunch together and had a discussion with a notepad immediately before that.
Apparently, they did something like that where they had done a few weeks of work. Gone on. I think this is where the firing happened. Is that they'd done a few weeks of work, gone on a hiatus, which is not uncommon for these Star Wars movies. I think that was a precedent that was established before because these are big things. So and because you have an established tone and an established universe that you have to match into, you shoot a little bit, go on a hiatus. Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy look at what you've done, and then come back and go, yes, you're on the right track. Keep going with this, but you need to do that. They give notes, and then you go from there.
Yeah.
I think what happened was they were like, "This is so far off base that we can't."
There's no bringing it back.
There's no bringing the ship back. Into the, I don't know where the
harbor.
Not even the harbor. I was going to say just on the route, on the path of wherever they were going. Yeah, I think that that being said, Lord and Miller out, Ron Howard is in. I think Ron Howard is going to... I don't know what he's going to do with the existing material. I don't know what's going to be reshot. I would imagine a good portion of it.
It's amazing how much fuck-uppery has been going on in these big-budget, exciting movies that people are all waiting for. Like, we just had the same thing with... not the same thing, it's very different, but Zack Snyder leaving Justice League and being replaced with Joss Whedon.
But even before that, just the amount of fuck-uppery in that whole franchise is the fact that they can't... The fact that Lord and Miller left one project with them, went to another one, did pre-production, shot for 3 weeks, then got fired from it, and could potentially come back right from where they started... is amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's... Yeah, it is incredible that these big franchises, it's... I commend them for trying to make it a little more diverse with different voices and things like that. But that being said, you knew what you were getting when you hired these guys.
That's true.
So, I don't know, what else to tell you. I do think Ron Howard is a good choice for them. I think he can blend enough humor with drama. I think he can handle the scope. I think he can handle the tone.
Yeah. I think he'll be just fine.
So I think he'll be just fine. So I'm just curious to see what happens. I'm curious to see what happens with Donald Glover.
Yeah, well, he was one of the people that one of the actors that people were talking about as well.
Right, but he's such a good match for the two of them.
Well, regarding the improv that was being done, and that is more up his alley. He's really good at that sort of thing. So
right. So I'm curious to see what happens. I know he'll still be good. I think he's a great fit for that character, no matter who's directing.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see if it feels.
In fact, you know what? A Lando Calrissian movie would be perfect for that kind of thing. Get Donald Glover to do a Lando Calrissian movie and have it be a funny, rompy sort of adventure.
Well, I had heard that from somebody else that I think that they thought a good idea, and I actually can concur with this, that if they are looking for a new director for this thing, they had one sitting on set the whole time. I mean, Donald Glover...
Oh, yeah.
Well, he would be... I understand people feel he might be a risk because he's never handled something with this scope, but people forget he's not just a performer. He was a writer on 30 Rock.
Yep.
Straight out of college. He went straight from 30 Rock, then got Community and proved himself as a performer. Then, and since then has created Atlanta, which is amazing.
Yeah, I have yet to see it, but...
I've seen that. I've only seen one episode. In that episode, you watch and you're like, this is incredible.
Yeah. I've only heard amazing things.
Yeah, and he stars in it.
And also at this point, like, he's also got his rap career with Childish Gambino. Like,
right.
There's
he's
basically...
proven that he can
do anything.
Yeah, he has. He's proven he's kind of a Renaissance man, and he's creatively good at handling different things.
Yeah.
Or taking up different challenges. So it's not completely out of the ballpark to say maybe give this guy a shot with directing something,
yeah,
or at least writing something,
right?
You know, at least have him script a Lando script for himself.
Yeah,
I think he could write for himself really well and make it really a full fleshed out character, even more than it already is.
Yeah. Speaking of Shia LaBeouf,
go for it. I know. I was like, you're gearing up for something, and I could see that little glint in your eyes.
Not really. I just mentioned Shia LaBeouf, and it reminded me that a trailer came out for the movie McEnroe or Borg versus McEnroe. I don't know if you saw that yet.
Oh, I saw. Did I see a trailer for it? I saw that there was a trailer. Feel like I've seen a trailer for it. But it's been a while.
Okay, it came out today, I think.
So, I have not seen any of this.
Okay, great.
Oh, I think I'm thinking of the Billie Jean King, Bobby something with Steve Carell, and...
Are you having a stroke?
I'm mixing up my period piece tennis movies. I saw a picture of the McEnroe thing.
Okay.
I have not seen a trailer of it. I saw a trailer for the Billie Jean King, Bobby something or other tennis movie. Okay. I swear to God, that's a real thing.
Yep.
And I don't know. Have you seen that trailer?
I'm cutting this whole thing.
Okay, great.
the Bobby something.
Have you seen? Oh, then cut this out. But have you seen that trailer?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, we'll look it up on the break because it's actually great.
All right, you got to see the Borg versus McEnroe trailer because it's John McEnroe
and what's his name, Borg. His rival. I don't.
Bjorn Borg.
Bjorn Borg.
Yeah, but
which sounds like an IKEA furniture.
Shia LaBeouf is playing John McEnroe, proving once again that Shia LaBeouf is still alive. That's all I got.
I forgot that he was alive. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's dead inside.
Yep.
He's always dead inside.
And because of him, we're all dead inside.
It's a true fact.
Yep.
Yeah. So Jurassic World got a poster, and in that poster, there was a new title for the sequel.
Oh, I was like, I've already seen that movie.
Yeah, I should have prefaced that. I thought you would have clamped onto the idea that we're talking about the sequel, not the one that came out like 2 years ago. But I should have known better.
Yeah, I'm not smart
enough.
So
in the end, it's my fault. The Jurassic World sequel got a poster, and on the poster, it gave the new title, and also there was a slogan on it. Have you seen any of this?
No.
The title for the Jurassic World sequel is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Sure.
Thoughts? Initial?
Yeah, makes sense.
I actually like the slogan on it. It just says, "Life finds a way."
Oh, nice.
Indicating, and they've said this before, but I think they've established this for certain now. Ian Malcolm.
Yeah.
Back in the Jurassic World. Back in the Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Jeff,
excellent impression.
Jeff.
Excellent. Keep going.
By the way, I did it for 30 minutes and we just cut it out and skipped ahead.
I'm thank you for the listeners, but that doesn't get back 30 minutes of my life.
Goldblum.
That's his middle name. Is I did this for 30 minutes. But I cut it out, but that doesn't give me 30 minutes.
I thought you meant his middle name is
maybe it is.
He's just saying his middle name.
Maybe it is.
What the fuck were we talking about?
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff
is
Goldblum
officially in Jurassic
movie,
World.
Right, and they put a little nod of the hat. Tip of the hat.
Tip of the finger. Tip of the a little tip of the dick to Jeff Goldblum on that one. Does Jeff Goldblum being in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom make you more excited for the next Jurassic World movie?
You just said one choice. You said
wait, hold on. I'm gonna.
Do you want me to answer first?
That one first.
It is enough that it's genius because it is just enough to make me go from not wanting to see this movie to being like, yeah, all right, I'll check it out.
Okay. Does Jeff Goldblum being in this movie make up for the fact that they have a shitty title?
I like the title.
You really like the title?
I mean, I wouldn't say I really like the title. It's fine. It's a
no,
title.
I didn't mean like really like I meant
yeah,
really?
I actually do. Yeah, I mean, it's a Fallen Kingdom. Like, look, they went from being this... It makes sense. It's apropos. It's not... It's a little cliche, but...
Right.
Whatever. It's Jurassic World.
Would you have rather... Like, Jurassic World... Oh, no. I guess it went Lost World, didn't it? Okay. And then they went Jurassic Park 3.
Oh, right.
Sorry, I was thinking of the originals. I was like, was it in Jurassic Park 2 and then 3? No, it's just Jurassic Park 3.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. This time it's personal.
Yep.
What the fuck? Where could this go? I just don't know anymore.
Well, I wonder if it's going to be like it's going to be like Lost World probably, but I wonder if how much of it is going to be like a post-apocalyptic in this world, in the Jurassic world, like the theme park, or what is like, what the fuck happened in that movie? They got out, or
they got out. Everybody got out, and then the dinosaurs took over the island.
They just took over the island.
It happened exactly the way it happened.
What do you think the odds are that the T-Rex is going to make it to
the mainland?
The mainland.
Like it did in the Lost World?
Yeah. Because that's the plot of, right? That's how we went from... That's what happened from Jurassic Park 1 to Lost World.
So Jurassic Park 1, they were at the theme park, right?
Right, but it all exploded and the dinosaurs took over the island.
The Lost World actually takes place on another island?
Right.
It takes place... They were like, oh, but there's a South Island where they did all the growing of dinosaurs, and that's the one we're going to.
Yeah.
So, I think they've said they're going to do something completely different, and everyone's going like, oh, that's a great idea. And for me, I'm like, no, it's actually not. I think that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do, but at the same time, like, it's a very specific thing they've built.
I have a grudge that I hold against Jurassic World.
Okay.
I mean, you may be involved with this.
Probably.
It may be your fault.
Yeah.
Somebody... All right, so there were two things I was waiting for.
Okay.
Right? And two things that I wanted them to correct that are now known facts.
Yes.
One is that dinosaurs had feathers. And they corrected that one.
Yes, they did.
In the movie, B.D. Wong, who's actually evil for some reason in the movie, said, this was your idea. You wanted me to make it look more reptilian, take off the feathers or something like that.
Wait, when does he say that?
I don't know.
Is that in Jurassic Park or Jurassic World?
Oh, that's what I was saying. Really? I'm waiting for them to... I wanted them to correct two things.
Okay.
One was that it doesn't make any sense that in Jurassic Park... they clone these animals and none of them have feathers. Now that we know that, so they have feathers. So they retconned it. They were like, I see what that's saying. Why we did that, to make them look more like the dinosaurs we all know and love.
Got it.
Even though those never existed.
Right.
So we changed the genetic code to get rid of the feathers.
Right.
The one they did not correct is that the motherfucking Velociraptor
doesn't exist.
It does exist.
Well, but it's not called that.
It was 1.5 feet tall.
Oh yeah.
A Velociraptor was 1.5 feet tall. It was the size of a chicken.
Well, I mean, they could just explain it like that's one we got wrong.
Right, yeah, someone just called it the wrong name.
Well, no, even that, I would say, like,
No, because there was something that is similar to the Velociraptors in the movies. They were called Utah Raptors.
Yes, I know what you're saying. What I was saying is, like, what they could do is just say, yeah, it was one of the time... We didn't realize this when we were... the first time around, but that's... the way we were growing the dinosaurs, something in their DNA, something in their genetic code was off.
Look, here's the easy way you fix that. You want to make Chris Pratt's character look like Crocodile Dundee for dinosaurs, because that's what they were sort of going for, right?
Sure.
Have whatever her name is, the redhead.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yes, Bryce Dallas Howard. Just have her say, at some point, oh no, the Velociraptors are out, and have him be like,
they're not.
And
he's
also
really...
the raptor trainer, right? So he would be like, actually, they're not called Velociraptors. Everyone gets that wrong. They're called Utah Raptors.
Right.
That's all you need.
But doesn't he call them Velociraptors in Jurassic World?
That's what I'm saying. So just have him be the one who changes that, and then have everyone else.
You're saying they should have done that in Jurassic World?
Yes. That's the grudge I still hold.
So it's too late for them to do that now. Got it.
That's the grudge that I hold with them.
You're such a dork.
Yeah. Weird for this podcast.
Yeah, what the hell?
You know what would happen if a Velociraptor came after you?
I'd die?
You'd punt it.
Shit my pants.
No, it's the size of a fucking pug.
No, I'm saying well, first of all, when pugs come after me, I also shit my pants.
That's why they like you so much.
Yeah.
No,
right.
you would drop kick it. Like a fucking chicken. If a chicken started attacking you, you would be fine, right? You'd be a little scared. But you'd be like, what's happening? And that's the extent of it.
Two things. One, you would never survive in a farm because you'd kill all the chickens and have no product. And two, I've been attacked by a chicken. They're little bastards, and they can all go fuck themselves.
Have you ever played a Zelda game?
Yes.
Have you ever killed or not killed because you can't, but have you ever attacked the chickens in it?
Probably.
Have you ever been attacked by the chickens in it?
No.
If you find a chicken and you beat it up enough for like, depending on the game, like 1 to 10 minutes.
Yep.
It starts clucking and calls thousands of chickens to come and attack you. And if you don't leave, there's no way to beat them. Like, you can't kill them.
Right.
So they just start pecking at you and taking your life away. And the only way to stop it is to leave the town. Every Zelda game.
When you edit this, can you just edit the beginning and end where you say that it's in a Zelda game and just make it seem like it's real life? Because everything holds up if you attack a chicken for long enough.
1 to 10 minutes.
For 1 to 10 minutes, thousands will come and peck your life away.
Until you leave the town.
You leave the town. And then just put in, and that's why I no longer live in my hometown. And every time I go back, I'm attacked by chickens.
So yeah, I think it's a pretty good title.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Excellent. What you got?
Do you want something? I'll give you a choice. Do you want something that you might be a little interested in, or something you will have zero interest in at all?
I don't trust you giving me a choice. I don't like the switch in the power dynamic.
Well, too damn bad.
I would want the one I have zero interest in.
All right, there's 2 of those, but that's actually all. I only have 2 left. There's 2 that you
and I would have zero interest in both of them.
Yes.
Okay, great.
No, there's actually one that you might have a little bit of interest in.
Okay,
but one of the ones you don't have an interest in is Tekken 7.
Ooh.
Will feature bowling, which is exciting.
Wait, is bowling a character or
nope.
Actual bowling?
Sport.
I'm
bowling.
in this. I'm in it.
All right.
Go for it.
Do you know what Tekken is?
I know what Tekken is.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's a combat video game.
Yeah, it's a fighting game.
It was a precursor to Mortal Kombat?
Wow. Nope. None of that. Not at all related.
Okay.
No. Also, Mortal Kombat came out like
Listen,
5 years before.
I asked. Okay, I wasn't stating it like it's fact.
I'm sorry. I got pretentious on you, didn't I? I got pretentious nerd on you. I'm sorry.
Why can't
I'm sorry I shamed you.
Yeah, don't nerd shame me.
I apologize. So anyway, Tekken came out for the PlayStation.
You do that on the internet where that belongs.
Yep, on YouTube comments. Yeah. So Tekken 1 came out for the PS1 a long time ago, and I'll be honest, it's not very good. Neither's the second one, but the third one was really good. I'm going to go through and rate each of them.
I was like, we got like 4
Here we
more
go,
to
though. The next game after, I think it was the next one after Tekken 3, it was a game called Tekken Tag Tournament. And Tekken Tag Tournament featured a setting where you could pick any character and play a bowling game with that character. And each character had different sort of handicaps or settings.
Like, could one just not put their giant claw hands into the tiny little bowl?
No, I don't think we ever got it. Well, some of them held the bowling ball in their hand. Like, some of them were, there are characters that are robots. So those would have incredibly high accuracy, but maybe low energy or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. I'm trying to think of an example. Like there were characters who were very, very strong, so they would have very high power in throwing the ball, but have no accuracy.
But couldn't, after 3 plates of nachos, continue on.
They would have a heart attack halfway through throwing.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So there was this sub game within the game, and in order to get a certain character, I can't remember which one, you had to 100% like every character on hard on the bowling game.
On the bowling game?
Yes.
That's how you unlock a character?
Right.
That's amazing.
And it was one of the favorite characters among the fans.
Right.
So they are for the first time since then, and that was on the PS2. It came out when the PS2 came out, so it was a long time ago.
Okay.
We're 2 consoles ahead of that now.
Right.
And they're finally bringing it back.
Oh, that's actually awesome.
I know.
Like, I've never played these games.
I'm very excited for it.
I love
Tekken.
Well, I'm a sucker for video games that include tiny, like, sub-games with their characters, and especially ones that have, like, nothing to do with what the actual game is about.
Yeah.
Those are always fantastic.
Yep.
I know that there are other examples. I can't think of one.
Well, have you ever heard of Maniac Mansion?
Oh, that sounds so familiar.
They would do things like that. It was a computer game way back when, and they had a sequel called Day of the Tentacle. Okay. And actually, one of the games is it's a text game, so it's like a game where you tell the character, go over here, look at this, use this item, whatever. Yeah. One of the things you can do as one of the characters is go into a room and there's a video, or I think there's a computer set up, and if you turn it on, you can play the first Maniac Mansion.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 games in one.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I was just reading up on, because I see this everywhere and I didn't know what it was for the longest time. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Right.
And
well,
that's
they just lost someone on the team. I forget who.
Really?
But yeah.
That's sad.
Well, I think he left.
Oh, I thought you meant he died.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I mean,
but they have these mini games that apparently like kind of fill in plot points, which I also think is kind of genius.
Yeah,
where
it is.
You know, and I think that they're not plot points you need to know, but it just enriches the story. Like it's a little exposition mini game, which I think is kind of genius. So that's actually really cool with the bowling. Like I said, I love it when it's like completely absurd.
Yeah.
Like let's make giant robots bowl next to some fire demon. I'm just naming characters that I think are in Tekken.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Am I?
Yeah.
I was like, there's got to be a demon in there, right?
Another one of my favorites, it's sort of a lesser known one. There was a fighting game called Rival Schools, and that one had a lot of games where it was about different schools that all hated each other and like went to kick each other's asses, basically.
That's awesome.
But so there was like a sports school.
Okay.
So you could play as those characters playing their sports. So there was like a soccer game and a baseball game and a volleyball game and stuff like that.
Nice. You want me to go?
I'm trying to find. I literally just read this thing about Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm trying to look it up.
Have you ever played this game?
No.
I've never played this game.
I have
either,
no interest in it.
I see it everywhere.
Yeah.
Like just merchandise for it and shit like that.
Oh, here it is. Scott Cawthon. That's probably not how you pronounce that name. The creator.
I was like, he's the creator.
Yeah, and sole developer of Five Nights at Freddy's franchise has announced he is stepping away from the games to focus on his family.
Oh, boy.
His statement...
That's never good.
...is very long, so I'm not going to read it.
You're like, also in the middle, he seems to go on a 5-minute swearing tirade.
Yep. Look, what do you have?
So Damon Lindelof.
Nope.
Well, I'm not just gonna name a name and then leave it at that. Let me finish, fucker.
No, I was telling you I've lost interest because I don't know who that person is.
Okay. Just hear me out. Damon Lindelof, who produced Lost and just got done producing HBO's The Leftovers.
Has he done anything good?
I'm pretty sure he has. I forget. There are a couple movies he's attached to, and I'd have to look it up to see what. Was he attached to a Star Wars movie? Maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway.
Yep.
Damon Lindelof. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep. I'm gonna back it up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna re-enter it from a different angle. Ready? Here we go.
Okay.
The Watchmen is apparently getting their own HBO miniseries.
Now you have my attention.
Produced by Damon Lindelof.
Nope, I'm out.
Okay. Okay, let me take away Damon Lindelof's name. The Watchmen.
Yep.
Are getting their own miniseries on HBO.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's doing it?
Don't worry about it. It's
okay,
not
great.
So there's a lot. First of all, I think this is a great idea. I think this is if you're gonna make this for the screen, this is the proper medium to do it in.
It's HBO, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
But also just miniseries, I think it's better suited for this because while I would love to see a Watchmen movie, I have not seen the Zack Snyder movie.
Really?
Well,
seems like something you would have seen. I haven't seen it either.
I had wanted
so we
to
are
see it,
the
and
experts
I just
to
missed
talk
it.
about this.
Well, people at first really hated it, and I think over time have kind of come to grips with it. I don't think it gets as bad a rap now as it did when it...
Oh, I remember people used to just be like, "You've never seen this amazing movie."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think that this is a better medium for this because it's hard to condense that story into a 2-hour period.
Yeah.
And give it real justice.
That's
because
a good call.
It's supposed to... I mean, the way that they designed the book, it's supposed to feel long. It's supposed to feel like a trudge to get through.
Yeah.
They want that because they're trying to create a world that feels that way.
Yeah.
I think the big question is, when you're doing this, what stays in, what goes out?
Sure.
What's going to be added or changed to make it feel fresh?
Yeah.
Like, you've read Watchmen.
Nope.
What?
Yeah, well, yes, that's why I said it seemed like it was up your alley. It's more of a DC world thing, right? It's not really my bag.
Oh, boy. All right. It's going to get harder to do now. Because really, I guess what stays in, what goes out is the question. And this is a thing that is widely known, especially the ending. And so...
I pretty much got it. I pretty much know it all.
Right. Like what happens in that story without having read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard all of that.
Yeah. So I think the question is, when you're doing this, I think fans are going to be angered by what gets changed.
Right.
But at the same time, you got to change it so that people aren't just watching a paint by numbers thing.
Maybe. I remember the only problems I heard people have with it was the things that they had changed from the comic. So maybe just keep it frame by frame with the comic.
I guess. I mean, yes, my instinct is to say, yeah, just do that. But because it doesn't hinge on a twist, but there is quite the twist ending to it.
Yes.
People know that it's coming from like a mile away.
Right.
Even without threading it along.
Right.
So I guess what you got to do is certain things that are in the body of the miniseries. You know, what can you bring in? Do they bring in there was a series of before Watchmen, where it was a series of miniseries comics for a lot of the characters that kind of fleshed out their backstories. Do you bring some of that in? And do you know what I mean? Like there's little things like idea. That. Which isn't the worst idea for this, because I think you need to bring something fresh to the table in order to make this really work for both fans and non-fans.
Sure.
There's also a series, you know, in each of at the end of each issue, there's a bunch of print in it. There's like newspaper articles and things like that. See. And there's also an alternate comic book that somebody's reading in this world.
Oh.
And I think you have to cut it out. And people are going to be pissed about that, but I think you cut it out and streamline it. But I'm excited to see what happens with this. I think this is the right medium for this.
I'm a little concerned that the guy from Lost is working on it, because I was not a fan.
Really?
Yeah, I forced myself to get through the first season.
Okay.
And after that, I turned it off.
See, I actually liked Lost, but I will admit it has its faults.
Yeah.
Well,
the problem that I could see very clearly was that every episode it would answer one question and ask two more.
Right.
And I was like, they're never answering these questions.
Right. And it's frustrating. That was cool for a while, and then you're right. It got more and more frustrating.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you have to get more absurd with your answers.
Right.
Because every time you answer one kind of normal and you open up another two, that can only mean you can't make it those two answers more normal than the one.
And there's fewer answers left.
That's
right?
True.
Like every time you answer a question, you can't use that answer again.
Right. And I agree with you. I think that I don't hate it as much. Sorry, I'm just looking at what else.
You're on Facebook.
Well, yeah, of course.
What, are you friends with him?
Oh, no. He wrote... he's also written Tomorrowland.
That did not do well.
He wrote Star Trek Into Darkness.
That did not do well.
It did all right.
Wait, was that the second one or the third?
That was the second one.
Yeah, that did not do well.
He wrote Prometheus.
Yeah, I'm seeing a pattern.
He wrote Cowboys and Aliens.
Oh.
He wrote...
How many Oscars did that one win?
World War Z.
All right, that one got better reception than his others.
I actually hated that.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was really dumb.
I saw it while running on the treadmill once.
Oh, well, that works then.
Yeah, I saw the second half. It was fine.
I think that he is better suited for this than many other writers they could have gotten. Because he does at least know... Well, yes, you're right. Lost is... For a lot of people, it's frustrating because it opens two questions and only closes one. He does know how to create a narrative that is mysterious, that, you know, it doesn't reveal too much exposition. It doesn't reveal too much, and it doesn't... You're never going to be ahead of the plot.
Yeah.
And that's something that this story needs.
He's also proven that he can work magic with many characters.
Yes, which is also
important.
true. Yeah, he can juggle a lot of balls in the air. I heard as soon as it was coming out of my mouth, I heard it. It was like before I even got to the end of the sentence, I was like, this was a mistake. But overall, I think I actually think this is a good fit of writer with material.
Yeah.
What you got one more?
I got two more.
You got two more?
You want one you care about or one you don't care about?
Let's do one I care about.
All right. Did you hear You know about Luc Besson's new film coming out? I don't know that I could pronounce it if my life depended on it.
Valerian and 1,000 Planets?
Vesuvius?
Vasectomy and 1,000 Planets?
I'm looking it up right now. Valerian.
Did I say I said Valerian.
I think that was the one you said first.
Yeah, Valerian and something of 1,000 Planets.
Are you excited to see that movie?
I wasn't at first. And then when you and I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and we saw the trailer in like full 3D and IMAX and everything, then I was.
Well, I actually got to see Fathom Events had The Fifth Element. They played it and I got to see that.
You were telling me about
They had a Valerian like sneak peek that was like 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Yeah, when I saw the trailer at first, I was like, it looks fine. But when I see, like, that is definitely a movie I need to see in the theater.
Well, and it's right up Luc Besson's alley.
It is.
Like, everything about it.
You know what? Every time I see something of Luc Besson's, I think initially I feel like I'm not going to like it, and then I like it.
Yeah.
With the exception of The Professional, which I love every single time out. Like, from the beginning to the end.
Well, and yeah, he's one of those, like, I think we talked about this on another episode about Baby Driver and about how that was a movie that if it were directed by literally anyone else, we would not want to see it.
Right.
But he's one of those guys that, like, you see the trailer and you're like, all right, yes, I'll see it. I'll like it. I'll like it.
Yeah. I wasn't excited at first, and now I'm getting more excited for it.
So the reason I bring it up is because Luc Besson tried to explain the first 18 minutes of Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets to his crew before they shot it, but it just wasn't landing.
Right.
So he was unable to make them understand the scene, and because of that, he instead recruited his film class of 120 students to get in costume, man some cameras, and shoot the opening sequence so that Besson could show the professional crew what he was talking about.
That's amazing.
Right?
Like, I'd read that headline and I didn't know what it entailed, but I love the fact that they, like, shot the scene.
Yeah.
First of all, where is he teaching?
I have no idea.
What film school is this? That's
know.
amazing. And say. Secondly,
I mean, it's probably in France.
True, but I gotta say this though. Part of me is like, well, then just get the film class to film it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, just give everybody jobs.
Yep.
And put them on the crew.
He actually had this to say to Entertainment Weekly about his students. They were the actors. They were the cameramen, the lighting people, the grips. Costumes, accessories. We put the 600 shots on the wall and one by one we shot them. They did everything in 3 weeks and then we edited and put in some temp music and then the crew understood the scene.
That's amazing. I mean, I will say this. I worry about the fact that in order to explain one scene to his crew, he took 3 weeks time and did all of it. And I'm like, in 3 weeks time, you probably could have shot something.
Probably
the
wrong,
movie.
Though. Think about it.
Well,
though.
Yeah, but
are you going to explain to the producers that they spent all their money on this scene and you got to shoot it over again?
Well, no, because I don't want Ron Howard to take my job. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's fair. That is amazing, though. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And every one of those kids is getting a job straight out of school now.
Yep.
First of all, they all have great reels for something.
Yep.
And secondly, they're like, I shot a major motion picture for $0.
Yep.
And made it work. Like, that's awesome. That's really amazing.
While in school.
If they don't include that scene on the bonus material, they're insane.
That would be great.
Because that would be fantastic. I would love to see that scene.
Yeah, me too.
I would love to see it. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Yeah. Do you have anything else?
I got one more. I got one more.
Is it a big one?
No, it's not like a big one.
All right, mine's super lame. I don't know.
Mine, I think, sounds cool on paper, and then once I say it out loud, I feel like it's going to be super lame. So, James Gunn went on Twitter and officially announced there are definitely 100% no plans for him to make a Howard the Duck movie.
Right, because there was a leak. Someone said that they were in talks with that. Well, I
think that somebody some group had started talking about Howard the Duck. They might have even been talking about the 86 movie. And we're like, this movie sucks and blah, 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 and they should make another one, and James Gunn could direct it, because he's probably going to do it. And James Gunn had to go on and be like, nope, I'm just going to quash this right now. I'm not directing a Howard the Duck movie.
Right.
I guess my question is, do you believe this?
I believe that they are not going to make a Howard the Duck movie.
Really?
Yes.
I think that they will. I'm not saying like it's next one
when they run out of ideas.
Listen, if he can make Guardians of the Galaxy and make it work, I think Howard the Duck... I mean, I don't know much about Howard the Duck, but I think it would be a very interesting movie. And I think he can make that work. If he was even on at least as producer.
I think it's a bad idea.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Completely?
not it's not the kind of movie that, like, imagine a Rocket Raccoon movie.
Yeah.
It's like, it would be fine at best.
Right.
Like, you can't have a CGI character be the lead in one of these movies.
Maybe.
You know?
How
like
would you feel about him being full support? Like, if it was like...
Oh, if he joined the Guardians of the Galaxy, that would be fucking phenomenal.
What about him and just... What if it's like a buddy cop thing? Like, him and just one other character?
Maybe. It's still difficult for me, though. Like... I don't know. I don't know that I'd like that.
What if he's a villain?
I would love that.
That would actually be
Iron Man, yeah.
That would be great.
We actually got word that when filming Spider-Man scenes in Infinity War,
yes,
Tom Holland did not know who he was fighting, and I think
really?
still doesn't.
Really?
I think there's another person that has not yet been
I know that there are a
to
couple. They just came out today with photos of Benedict Cumberbatch fighting somebody in a mocap suit, and it's
Paul Rudd.
No, it's not. He looks like Paul Rudd.
Oh.
But it's not.
So no one cares about Pokemon Go anymore. But I've got some news.
Excellent. You keep talking. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up my end of the episode right now.
What does that mean?
Well, I'll just say goodbye now, and you can just keep talking.
Oh, you're going to leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you keep going.
Okay. They recently did a...
thanks for joining us, everyone. Keep going. No, keep going. It's okay. Keep going.
They recently did a huge overhaul with the software and the game mechanics.
At Media Lunch Break on Twitter.
I'm cutting this out.
No. It's fine. Keep going.
How long have we been talking?
Long enough. No, all right. No one cares about Pokemon Go. Go. No, I do actually want to know what's going on with Pokemon Go.
No, you don't.
No, I do actually.
I don't even.
No, now
I feel weird. It's so lame.
Actually, now my interest is peaked.
Okay, good. They redid all of the game mechanics so that like the gyms have been changed. Like that was the main thing that people playing the game were super
critical,
unenthused of.
Okay.
Yeah. And they recently revamped the whole thing, and there's a bunch of bugs that people are super pissed about, including one where if you leave your Pokemon in a gym,
a stranger comes by, offers a candy, and it goes off with the stranger into
Close.
his van.
That would be better.
Yeah?
It actually... There's a glitch, like 1 in every 100 people this happens, where it doesn't work. Like, just something happens and the Pokemon doesn't go into the gym, but it's locked as though it is in the gym, so it can't do anything else, and it can never get sent back to you because it's not actually in the gym. So you just don't have that Pokemon anymore.
Oh, that sucks.
So people put, like, their best one in there,
right,
and then it's just gone.
I bet they were like, you know what? I don't think this is a bug so much as they secretly made this happen on purpose, because they're like, everyone has unlocked all the really good Pokemon, and now this is just boring. We need to mix it with it. This is their version of like relaunching issue 1. Like, this is their Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is their Secret Wars. They're like, we're just going to wipe the slate clean. You're going to send us all your best Pokemon. We're gonna get rid of them. They're gonna be trapped in here forever.
Oh, get rid of them
in the Pokemon Go version of the Phantom Zone.
Trade them for candy.
Trade them for candy, which I still say is creepy.
Chris,
yes?
Did you have a punchline to that?
You know, I was working towards it. I was gonna be just as surprised as you when I got to it.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna cut you off right there, and I'm gonna say I miss the days when we had news about No Man's Land, No Man's Sky, No Man's Sky, right? Is that the name?
Do we have news about No Man's Sky? Is this a lead-in?
No. I can Google it and see if there's anything. But remember the last piece of news we had about it? Do you remember?
Was that the one where they closed, where people went to the offices and there was no one there?
Just evacuated. I'm going to search No Man's Sky and see what comes up. This is a super ghetto version of this show.
That's racist.
No, it's not. We're normally so prepared. All right, go to news.
I'm plenty prepared. You want me to look up for a half hour? It's another article.
There's news from today.
About No Man's Sky?
Yes.
Shut up.
I'm opening it right now.
Do it.
All right, let's see what we got. It's the
Here
title.
we go.
This is from.
We're at the exact hour mark. This is gonna bring us home. Here we go, baby.
This is at argn.com.
Okay.
And it's titled "Stern Words from No Man's Sky."
Ooh.
ARG.
Here we go.
On July 8th, Hello Games will run a radio advertisement on at least one of Howard Stern's Sirius channels. Spot won't be promoting the company's game, No Man's Sky, at least not directly. Instead, if past ads are any indication, it will serve as a signal to the game's fans that the website of yet another fictional company has unlocked, delving deep into the game's lore as part of the alternate reality game Waking Titan. I don't know what any of that means.
I was just going to ask you to please explain what that means.
Really dumb.
Wait, so there was a fake company that had said they had conquered the game?
I don't know. The first comment starts with, "I would just like an update for the game."
You know what's interesting about this?
What's interesting?
And by interesting, I mean frustrating. Is that now No Man's Sky news has become as confusing and frustrating as playing the game No Man's Sky.
And neither of us.
Maybe this is what the game designers wanted all along.
I always feel like a bit of a poser when we do news on this because neither of us have played this game.
Yeah, but I always find it fascinating.
It's probably like $6 by now.
We should
just get
play it.
Yeah, we could split it.
Again, whenever I picture No Man's Sky, I just picture a 3D version of the ship from Asteroids just blasting around a blank screen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, that's it.
Yeah, that's all we got.
What an awful way to go out.
Of life.
Yep. Because I'm jumping out of this window right now.
And I will be joining you. Oh, hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew.
Yep.
Since we haven't done this in a while, you want to split it half and half?
You want to go alternate?
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right, where can they find us?
They can find us on twitter.com at Media Lunch Break.
They can find us at our website at themedialunchbreak.com.
Or they can send us an email at themedialunchbreak@gmail.com.
They can subscribe to us on iTunes.
Or on Google Play Music.
Or YouTube.
Yeah, and if we get 100 subscribers, we're going to start giving
I'm sorry, I didn't know what you were saying.
No,
yeah. Yeah, if we get 100 subscribers, we're going to start giving out free stuff, so go ahead and subscribe all your friends and subscribe all your enemies. And subscribe strangers you find on the street.
Yep.
And subscribe. Go ahead and buy the homeless iPhones, and then subscribe them to it as well, and then just give the homeless iPhones.
Yeah. You can also find us on Facebook.
You can also subscribe to us on SoundCloud.
Damn it! I was gonna do that one.
That's 8.
Oh, you can go to our Patreon with patreon.com/themedialunchbreak.
That's it. That's all.
We only have 9. Oh, that bugs me so much.
That we don't have a
I gotta get it. I gotta get something. I gotta get like a Pinterest for us. Or like an Etsy.
Also find us on our registry at thenot.com.
Yep.
That's gonna do it for us.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
How's your bun in the oven doing?
It's in the oven.
Okay.
Still
that's
cooking.
good.
It's a he.
Yay!
So we're gonna, load it up with. I mean, no matter what the gender was, I was gonna just nerd the crap out.
You're just gonna name it Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
regardless.
pretty much. Yeah, it was either gonna be a Luke or a Leia.
Luke Skywalker Treble.
Luke, Leia Treble.
Oh, that's a good.
Or
idea.
Leia Luke Treble.
Right, of course.
Exactly.
Depending.
So he's doing good, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, and he likes watermelon a lot, or doesn't like watermelon. He keeps kicking when she eats fruit. She maintains that means he likes it. I maintain he's like, what is all this shit? Get it out of here.
You know that he's not in her stomach, right?
Well, when she eats, he starts like kicking and shit.
Oh, kicking and shitting?
I don't know what he's shitting. I don't think he shits yet. I don't think that's there.
If he's your son, he's certainly shitting by now.
Probably.
All right, what a good time.
Excellent. Oh, what a lovely tea party. All right, that's going to be it. And next time we're going to talk some Wonder Woman.
Yeah, finally. Now that it's almost out of theaters.
We catch the tail end of those things. All right. Wait, what?
Was that a sexist joke?
No, I didn't mean it to be. It could be. I don't know. You want to go take a nap?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Okay.
Sounds good. We're going to have a lot of fun with the sexism on that one, I think. I'm basically just going to call you out on all of your shit.
Oh, boy. And I am going to try and amp up this sexism so much. Okay, that's going to be it.
Yay.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
How do I stop this again?
You hit the stop button.
Which one is the stop button?
It's the stop button. Didn't you ever have a VCR?
Do I have to rewind this at the end?
Yes, that's what takes so long.
Oh, because you have to rewind it after we get
No, you have to rewind it and I have to listen to it.
What if I don't rewind it? Then you have to rewind it.
Listen, this is not a good joke.
Nope.
That's fine. As long as it doesn't drop, you'll be fine. Yeah,
okay.
That looks perfect.
Oh,
I'm probably
good.
going to have to turn you way down now. But
I could just go soft and sensual.
I don't believe that.
Jeff Goldblum.
Should we ask your wife if that's even possible?
No. Yeah. Should we?
Can we bring her in?
I thought so. Hold on. Let me see if she'll actually come on.
No, please don't.
Yeah?
Please don't.
You don't want to do it?
No.
All right. Sarah! Come here a second.
I would just like to apologize in advance.
Andrew wants to know, Andrew thinks the listeners want to know, is it possible for me to do anything soft and sensual?
No comment?
I don't know what's more insulting, the no comment or the amount of time she had to think about it.
She did say the word no in it. So I'm counting that.
She says the word no a lot.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Do you want to come back and defend the prequel trilogy at all? We've got 20 minutes to spare. You can talk about Jar Jar Binks as much as you want. The mic is yours.
No. Thanks, but no thanks.
I'll kill you if you don't keep this.
Sounds good.
Yeah.